Good morning and welcome to another video here on the channel. Today we're doing the
canal tour, underground canal tour
in Dudley, the Dudley Canal and something tour it's called. So something I've drove past many years, never really done it. It's right by the Black Country Museum, which you can probably just make out over there. So yeah, Dudley Canal Trust. So yeah, so it's about a 45-minute boat ride underground, which is quite cool. And there's some things seen there, and there's a little sort of museum thing. So yeah,
and a gift shop.
And a gift shop. You never know, might be able to find a pin badge. Those always are all. So let's see what we can see.
He's not moving.
You see? Look, he's moving. So there's a bit of the Black Country Museum, which you can see from this side of the canal. So this side of the canal's all open, and then that side is the Black Country Museum. So yeah, we're a little bit early for our slots, so we're just enjoying the relatively nice weather before we head inside to our boat tour. Yes, Lorna's made herself a friend. Yes, we both do love dogs, so he looks like a good boy.
I'd love, you can go on like hotel ones of these.
Yeah. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Talk to the front of it.
Hello! We have a... Makes sense.
The boat is called George. I presume it's the boat we'll be going on, and there's the tunnels in the background. So not the best starting rod, so we booked online, paid £3 to his booking fee, then had to stand in the same queue to get their paper ticket anyway, and then we missed the boat and the blast on. So yeah, not a good start, but hopefully the rest of it will be worth it.
And the other thing, obviously, because again we're close together in a tube underground, no smoking or vaping, please. Right, we're going in. So we've reached the point of no return. We're heading into the northern portal of the Dudley Canal Tunnel. Ooh! It's also where you become a ball inside a tube, because there's absolutely no way out now. Ah! Right, we're in.
Just drop considerably now, isn't it?
Now this is where we begin our journey underground. So we start off with a bit of a warning. Sadly in front, ladies and gents, just reach that metal plate above your head. You might get a few drips from the ceiling just after that. We've got a cracked sewer pipe there that's been leaking for days. It's awful. It's like that, it's just harmless rainwater dripping down through the rocks. It's one or the other. I need you to decide.
We're going to get drift on. Here we go.
Refreshing, isn't it? It's not going all the way around. No, not really. That's the only bit where it's wet right after that. It dries out quite nicely. So, a bit of history about where we are then. Now, we're in limestone country. Well, you know it's limestone country because you can see it all coming down the walls. Using there for brickwork, the white deposits. It's not fancy now, it's got a calcite. But you and I would probably put it limestone. Similar process. Water dipping down to limestone, mix some tiny bits of mineral, and it just deposits it where it did. Now the tunnel of passage to get into these mines is particularly notable for two reasons. The first one is it was built, believe it or not, in 1778. It has been changed or renovated since that time. It looks almost exactly the same today as when this tunnel was built in 1778. That makes this the second longest tunnel in the country. Now it's nearly 2 miles to the end, so if you haven't got the return ticket, it's number 34 bush you want. Now I say a tunnel, but of course we're going into daylight. We're going into daylight because this is Shirts Mill Cavern. Now the roof was blown off this in 1851, but this was underground up until that stage. Look over to the left hand side, you'll see what looks like a cave. Now that's our oldest form of mining. It's called a drift mine, so you just dig in the hillside and keep on going back. Very primitive. On the right hand side, exactly opposite to it, you've got an archway that's been bricked over. Looks a little boring really. But what that is the head of a mine shaft. It drops vertical straight underneath us between 80 and 200 feet by several entrances for Tipton mine. So I'll point that out because you've got the oldest and the newest form of mining anywhere in the world in exactly the same place. Gives you some idea how long we're taking limestone out of the ground for. The other thing to remember is that Dudley Castle just around the corner is made of limestone, and that's over 1,000 years old. So there's an awful lot of history just where we are now. So we're coming into Castle Mill Basin. It's the last time we see daylight for a while. And as we make the turn against the back of the boat, we almost certainly run will touch the walls. Quite normal.
There's a tunnel over
I
there.
say quite normal, we didn't sink yesterday, but we found a hole and put some soggy tissue in it. So it should be fine for an hour or two. So in Dudley, we've got a canal, we've got a canal tunnel, and we've got limestone mines. What we've done is we've joined everything together. So when you get aboard the boat, you don't have to go through the mines. And to do that, of course, you need to make some alterations. So swing around directly in front of us, ladies and gents, is the continuation of the Dudley Tunnel. Now that is all underground. From that point you can see there for over 1.5 miles. Well, we don't want to go down there yet. You didn't get off the boat. Now in a second, guys, you'll feel the temperature change. There's no natural ventilation down here. You feel the air density change because we are going underground. And of course, we're on water, so it's the ground that rises above us. So this entranceway you can see made of concrete blocks, and yeah, that's a few metres. And then once it's given way, you can see it's on this here mine. Because we made this entranceway to get into this mine in 1989.
Change now.
This is more where a mine's supposed to look like. This is more like being underground. And just turn the lights up so you can't see the bats that swoop constantly from one side to the other. Now you'll notice as we follow this tunnel isn't straight. Because remember, this isn't a tunnel. What it was a seam of limestone that was dug out. Whereas a mine, what you do is you dig at the limestone, that's what you want. Once you've taken the soft limestone away, what's left is the harder rock around it. That's why this one twists and turns. It also means the rock can support itself.
For hundreds of millions of years, ours was a violent world devoid of life. No one knows for certain quite how or why it happened, but around 2 million years ago, in a warm, shallow pool, a tiny single-celled creature developed. A creature that could divide and reproduce itself, and change to meet the challenges of its harsh environment. A creature that was destined to change the face of the earth and become the father and mother of all life on the planet.
As it comes in different shades of white, it all depends on what other minerals the limestones go around it. On the left, any of the bands or stars that disappear away from it are compressed sections of volcanic ash. But the depth of those bands mean the volcanoes are erupted for hundreds of thousands of years at a time. So of course the sky would be completely black for hundreds of years. And then finally, at the foot of the boat, you might get a few drips coming from the sea. Those gorgeous little stalactites coming there. They're called straw stalactites, as the name suggests. They're holes in the middle of a straw. That makes them really fragile. When they get to about 3 or 4 inches long, they'll snap off onto their own weight and drop in the water. So that's a look.
Limestone was quarried here on Dudley Castle Hill for hundreds of years, but the arrival of the canal prompted a rapid increase in mining activity, and at its peak, the Dudley mines produced over 100,000 tons of limestone a year. The extraction of the stone left behind a network of vast caverns, which became an attraction for scientists, engineers, and visiting dignitaries from abroad. The Dudley Caverns have also played an important role in the development of the science of geology, and became renowned internationally for the quality and diversity of the fossils that have been discovered here. In 1849, addressing a meeting of scientists here in the Dudley mines, the eminent geologist Sir Roderick Murchison proclaimed that in no part of England are more geological features brought together in a small compass.
holding the roof up. Now these men have worked all that out with no formal education and virtually no illumination at all. It's quite something, isn't it? Now there's 6 of those wonderful pillars, because she goes on that direction down there over half a mile. Over half a mile, you can keep walking down this cavern. It's a fabulous space. You take you right up to the boundary fence of Dudley Zoo, of all places, doesn't go into the castle. Now where we are now is just part of a labyrinth of mine workings. There's miles of these things under the hill. Now we never mapped back in the day because they didn't make maps of these. So we're quite lucky. A few years ago, the university came down, they geophysed it for us, so we've got a 3D working model now of the caverns and the tunnels that connect them, and they go on for miles. They really do. If you look on the left and the right hand side, you can see entrance to these 2 mine shafts. They're both sides. You come up those steps, you walk into that mine entrance there, you walk along there by about 30 or 40 feet, then we go to the mine shaft that drops down underneath us 80 feet to the next level. They come in levels, the next one is 80 feet below us. But they go on for miles, they really do. Now everything below us, which is probably 90% of the mine workings, is flooded. It's there, because we've got the geophys of it, but it's flooded with water, so it's impossible for us to get there now. This is the only one that's dry, so this is the highest one. Now if you watch your eyes, I'll put the lights on for us. The lights are going in 3, 2, 1. We do it with a space like this, as you can imagine, it's the acoustics. That was only a couple of weeks ago. so when that piece fell out many years ago, that was a one piece of 40 tons. However, follow me torch down the netting, that one fell out not that long ago. So the idea with this net is it catches these pieces of limestone that fall out, because it's sedimentary style rock, so as soon as you get any moisture the other side of it, it can just drop in one particular piece. You wouldn't mind that dropping on you, would you? So when they used to blast these caverns out, they didn't know whether just a few bucketfuls come down or whether the whole ceiling comes down. That's what makes limestone mining so dangerous. So ladies and gents, I'm going to ask you to very slowly start taking the seats for me. Because what we're going to do now is we're going to leave the caverns to ask what size you want the tube to be. So it doesn't matter if you're going to take a train through it, whether you're going to take a canal through it or just a walkway. It comes precast with this size of tube, and you just bolt it together each way. Now when we made this exit in 1984, it was the first time anybody done a canal tunnel for about 120 years. Because obviously they will be closing down last couple of 100 years, because they've become virtually redundant now. So a few moments ago we were back in the
Whoa, look at that.
So you find yourself at the base of the well. Oh wow. So we've left caverns behind completely now, and we've rejoined Canal tunnel. Now the boat's just going to do a little jaunt to the second boat until it turns around down here. Because the rest of the
Next tunnel.
trip is done in reverse. So just counting down, little jolt, 3, 2, 1. When she goes on down there for over 1.5 miles, that's all underground, that's all subterranean, that is. It really is a hell of a space. We'll have a boat coming down through there today, one of our trip boats. Very claustrophobic in places, absolutely no room whatsoever, but it's all underground for 1.5 miles. So if you follow that, it will bring you out just above the Very Hill Shopping Centre in Brawley Hill. Anybody knows where that is? It goes that way because once upon a time that was the Dudley Iron Works, which later became Round Oak Steel. Now that's brought us down to Hurst's Cavern. Ladies and gents, it's spread 30 tonnes across the length of the boat. If you put it all in the middle, it'll snap like a twig. So our mate used to just lift the shovel and keep throwing. He didn't move, he just stands there, lift and throw, lift and throw. It's the boat that shuffles up and down, forwards and backwards all the time. As the boat shuffles up and down, it gets filled with limestone, 30 tonnes on every boat. We've got to get the limestone down first. So over there behind us, there's a couple of our miners to get the limestone down. Now what happens is you've got an iron bar and a lump hammer. So what you do, because there's no mechanical tools down there, everything's hand obviously. So you hit the bar and you rotate it every time you hit it. As you keep hitting it and turning it round and round and round, it drills or bores its own hole into the rock. So if you look up on the wall with my torches, you can see these little straight lines everywhere. That's what they're trying to achieve. That's the half of the hole left over after the explosion. So you can see it's only about half a metre deep at best. So when that hole gets about half a metre deep, they take the bar out and they fill the hole with gunpowder. They put the bar back in and they compress the gunpowder as tight as they can. The more you compress it, the bigger the bang you're going to get. A simple homemade fuse goes in the end, and then some clay to hold it all together. It's going to be time for everybody to leave. We just knocked that light off for us at the front there, on top.
Get ready to blast! Stand
They stand carefully goes, but again, prior to 1841, children involved in mining. We know they did the dangerous jobs anyway for the Victorians. This is one small exception. So they send the kids in to light the fuse. It's quite true. And they do it for a good reason. Now, lime dust is terrible stuff. It'll scratch the corneas of the eye and it'll make you go blind eventually. It sticks the inside of your lung and gives you awful breathing problems. So if you can't see where you're going and you can't run, you don't have to go on holding the candle. That's why they send the kids in. So the kids come in and they light the fuse. But they wouldn't run back out again. These homemade fuses would go off prematurely all the time. So all they would do is run a short distance away and get under a minecart. So this little lad now, so probably only about 10, he's under that minecart on his own in the dark, just waiting for the bang. Now this place is full of dust and smoke, and usually it's an awful place to be, but the men have got to carry on, so they've got to come back in. And the whole process goes on all over again with our mate lifting and shoveling and throwing. Now to try and work out when your shift's over down here is quite easy. There's no watches or clocks, of course. But Mr. Hurst that runs this cavern has got a yardstick on him, and he marks on the wall where you've got to get to before you can go home. Now that mark on the wall is called a stint. Now that's where we get the expression from. It's been a long stint, or this is a hard stint, or my final stint. That comes from a mark on the wall made by the gaffer. There you go. So ladies and gents, if you'd be kind enough to slowly start taking back at it, you see it's a gorgeous orangey yellowy colour. That's fire clay. So remember, it's limestone that gives it the formation and the colour white. If there's another colour to it, it's passed through a different mineral as well. This will be dripping away well over a couple of 100 years. The fort itself, white net is there just a bit of safety for us. As we start to move backwards though, we pick up a complete brick archway, which is different. There's a reason for it. There we are now, used to be a quarry. It was open to the sky, it was open pit. So what they did was they built everything out of brickwork to give it the illusion of being part of the tunnel and backfilled it over the top to make it the same level. They did that because they wanted to have a junction, so as tunnels can go in different directions. It's quick and easier to do with bricks than it is to blast it out. So the acoustics change in a minute. As the acoustics change, you see we're coming to a vaulted underground junction. Ooh. It's vaulted because you need the floor space for boats to be able to turn. That's why you can't have a pillar to hold the roof up. And then, coming into view on the left-hand side, you'll see there's a tunnel that we've blocked off just behind the boats. But that did used to go way back past there, and it used to end up at Dark Cavern. Place the bandstand, that was the access tunnel to Dark Cavern. So, you've now got tunnels that go off the main tunnel to meet up with different mines in different places. It's that chance you're going to get to watch it? I don't want to put any pressure on you, but I'm off at 4 o'clock, so we need to get a bit of a move on here. I don't pay overtime at this place, we're all volunteers. Oh, I hope you mean all business. This means serious business now. Now, there is a proper technique to this, honestly. It's about keeping the boat in the centre of the water space. So what you do is you make sure that you either push off or push back to make sure that the boat stays in the middle. Your feet have got to be above the step. If they get below the step, you'll squash your feet. Now then, start walking towards the light. Walk towards the light. So, pushing off. If you find you're stretching too far, stop pushing. If you find you're too compressed, push a bit more. Yeah, you've got the idea now. Now we've got the idea. Now we're moving. Now we're moving. Keep it going. Keep it going. Come on, keep it going. Keep walking. Keep walking. Let's give our two mates some encouragement. Come on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Keep it going. It's 1.9 miles. We're going to do it in 4 hours or less, but I'm really generous soul and I'll leave the lights on for you. We don't pay overtime, so keep on going. Keep on going. Keep on going. You would have got paid 16 pence for every boat you took through in the 1850s. Today you just get our grateful thanks. Nearly there, nearly there. Last few metres. It's the biggest push. Last few metres. You can relax in. 3, 2, 1. Bravo! Absolutely superb. So, 16 pence for every boat. Switch in Serbia. It's about 30 quid, 50 quid each. And you can tie 2 or 3 boats together. So of course you've trebled your money now. We've also trebled the weight, 3 boats at 90 tons. But you've still got 4 hours to do it all this, and it's a paid profession. It's what you do for a living. Much better than mining. This morning you've got light dust, you've got explosions, you've got all of the nasties. Nobody wants.
All the way down there.
Yeah, because the players here, the two leggers, we managed to get us back here, which is Jurassic Park. Just use imagination, right? So we're back at the basin. So thanks very much for doing that. So you did demo it, I couldn't show it. We're inside a cavern, remember? There's just a thin bit of roof over there that used to go all the way across. This is a cavern, we're underground. Got 3 mines. Got the Wren's Nest mine over there, that round one. Kettle mine, which is right next door to it where those steps are. And right over on the far left-hand side, that little triangular entrance used to be a mud mine. So 3 mine entrances coming into this cavern while we're underground, with a canal that runs through the middle. So everything on this, 30 tonnes of limestone. We picked the front of them up just for a bit of safety's sake. The idea was that they'd bring a boat there at night. So we'd load the boat with 30 tonnes of coal, and then we'd haul it up that shaft there to the steam engine just above your head. The most efficient way to get 30 tonnes of coal up to a steam engine was to put the steam engine right on top of the canal. And then finally, as we start to make our way back to where we got on, the last thing to mention, the construction is amazing, sorry. The holes in the wall are hard, so made of stone. If you didn't have these, the pressure that builds up around the walls would push it back to them. They should be white because it's limestone, but they're not, are they? They're black. They're grey or graphite in colour. And of course, it's not meant to work out, it's coal dust. So we have layers of limestone, layers of coal, all the way around us. The 2 key ingredients making iron for the Industrial Revolution. We've also got a gentle shower to cool you down now, which is on the way down, and the better way to go on the way back. Very refreshing. I'll still stay close to the back of it. So the only thing to add to this little story is a shortcut. And of course this tunnel is a shortcut. You can get through Dudley in 4 hours or less. Now in a minute, ladies and gents, we're going to be back where we started from.
So we've just finished the Dudley Canal underground river boat, canal boat thing, and it was really good.
Brilliant.
Really good, yeah. So I got a bit dripped on, you know, because you're underground in a canal, but no, really good, well worth the money.
Yeah.
There are longer ones, a Halloween one I think you said.
Yeah,
so
and a Christmas one.
yeah, so I think we might look at doing another one of those, but yeah, well worth the money. So yeah, everyone seemed to enjoy it, have families with kids, all sorts of stuff.
And
so
it's really affordable as well.
yeah, apart from this slight hiccup with the booking thing,
Yeah.
which we talked about earlier, but no, really good. So yeah, definitely recommend if anyone fancies it. So yeah, thank you for that. We've got a few more things coming up this weekend, so until then,
We'll
see what we can see.